Happy Tuesday. But I mean, it's a Monday, but you'll hear this on a Tuesday.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I was confused for a second. Like, what
Sorry,
the fuck
those
you
are very
talking
dumb
about?
interns. Hello, welcome
Welcome.
to Everyday Vibes with the Sunderkids.
Oh, we be vibing today. I'm
Oh my God,
Matthew.
and I'm Brittany, but that's beside the point. We want to just get into it.
We want to get, but
But
oh
anyways,
man,
yeah, Matthew. Well,
I
how
should
was your
probably.
weekend?
I should probably talk about my weekend first
Yeah, because
before
I'm
we
just
get
gonna
into yours,
destroy
because
your
then
weekend.
we'll go into that. So my weekend was pretty fun.
Okay.
So on Saturday, I went
Yep.
down to Tacoma to my coworker Jess's graduation party. So she
Aw.
just graduated from nursing school.
Wow,
Congratulations.
congrats.
So went down there, wanted an excuse to go down to Tacoma and eat some fancy food. So it was good. It was
Awesome.
awesome. Yeah, we played
Delish.
What Do You Meme, that
Oh,
game,
yeah.
but
Is it
it was
good?
a nursing edition.
Oh,
So a
funny.
lot of the prompts and the answers were things I didn't quite understand. Like,
Oh,
then we would have to get an exam, like, oh, that was actually really funny because those are two anti opioid medications that you don't want to
okay.
mix. Like, oh,
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
cocktail the doctor's giving it for this face. Like, oh, ha, 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 ha. You know,
Nursing jokes.
so funny, nursing and doctors and things. But it was
But
cool. It
good for
was
you
fun.
for going. I'm glad you went.
Yeah, I had some weird deja vu. I felt like these guys, I've seen them before at a festival. Like
Oh, interesting.
all of them. I swear, I'm like, I was having a weird deja vu of recognition of all of them.
Interesting.
And I'm like, I gotta remember, this is like the
Dude,
first time I'll
festy
be in all these
nurses.
people. Yeah, no, I straight up. But they noticed my my jean jacket right at the beginning, so they're like, oh shit,
Oh,
all of the things.
yeah. Now
And
he's got
some of
all of
them
his
were wearing fancy.
festival bands sewed
Yeah, my
onto his
wristbands are
jacket.
sewn onto the jacket above the
Like the
wrist.
cloth wristbands,
It's pretty badass.
It's pretty lit,
But
honestly.
that's the reason why that jacket's worth, $1,500.
Yeah. Each of those
Yeah.
tickets, man. It is just up
Those
that arm.
tickets, yeah, and then all the patches too. Freaking expensive
Ah,
patches are
God,
expensive,
love our jackets
but they're
so
so
much.
sick. But yeah, I literally wear my personality on my sleeve, so it's just like I walk into the room and they're like, "Oh, sick jacket." And then I turn around, it's like, "Okay, here, let me like clock who you are." Oh, you're into Pokemon. You like King Giz. Oh, you have another vinyl
Yes.
thing. Oh, you're from Nebraska. Some guy's like, "Oh, you're Nebraska." Like, yeah, what are they again? Oh, Cornhuskers. Yep, that was
Yeah.
me indeed. I'm a
It is
Cornhusker.
a roadmap to who you are.
Oh, for sure, for sure. And then it's like, how do you get it? And then they always ask, "Oh, did you put them on, or did you buy it like that?" I'm like, "How
Yeah.
do you first of all buy all of these different types of patches that's
Yeah.
pre-made on a jacket like this?" No.
Yeah.
No.
Not at all.
I got a sewing machine and I do it myself. I iron that bitch on
Amen.
and I stitch that bitch on, you know?
Hit that
But
bitch.
anyway, so it was a beautiful, beautiful day. And then I drove back home because the next day, on Sunday, yesterday, I went on
Mm-hmm.
a big hike.
Really? Where?
Yes. So Justin was actually gone, so I wasn't able to tap him. We're going to do a midday hike this week, but
All right.
I went to Mount Washington Trail. So
Where
it's
is that?
right next to Mount Si and all the other ones. So there's a
Okay.
bunch of different, all of those mountains that are just right at those foothills that kind of lead into this. All of those I was able to get on my old trails and just saved them all. But that one was like kind of the closer one that was just perfect. So 7.9 miles,
Damn.
3,200 foot elevation gain.
Matthew. How'd
Pretty
it go?
good.
How'd you feel?
Oh my gosh. So towards the end of it, I
Wrecked.
was like, is this still like, this still goes, obviously.
Holy
Like the
shit.
path just keeps going and it's a steady incline the entire time. There's a good sections of rock and there's good sections of just the soil gravel. And oh my gosh, this is a beautiful hike, Brittany. And I'm so excited to go on it when it's nice, because
Okay.
that yesterday it was foggy. So there was a big overcast and low hanging fog that I just like walked up into and then stayed in the entire time. So it's kind of like cold. It's kind of like,
Yeah,
and there's occasional people. It's not like there was a decent amount of cars because there was actually a marathon going on around the track. So there was a big there's another trail that kind of intersects. It wasn't on the hiking trail, but there's a big one that goes around on those mountains, and they had a marathon going on there, like full on people.
That's wild.
People wearing leotards, marathon.
Yeah,
running.
Yeah, going
like,
hard.
Oh shit! And I'm like looking around, like, can I keep going? Like, because you have to walk on that for a little bit and then cut up, you know. But oh my gosh! So at this beginning of this hike, there's these gigantic wall cliffs or rock cliffs, just like huge ones. And it just overhangs, and so everything was so damp and like early in the morning, so water was dripping around. It was foggy and misty,
magical,
and it just felt so magical. And I just kept
it's enchanted.
Like, okay, just got to keep walking. So finally 2 weeks out, I remember I have to tell you about my hiking backpack. So when I went to Mount Storm King, I had my hiking backpack in the back, and I reach around and I grab it, and it actually pulls a little bit on the hard guitar case. And that little action unlocks the bear spray nozzle and then goes
no.
And then I'm like, oh shit. So then I push it down, and then I like pull over, and I reach around and I grab it. I put my hiking backpack down in the front thing. And then I'm like, kind of like, oh my God, I have like, there's bear spray in my car.
Fumes is going, like what the hell?
So I roll down all my windows, and then luckily, or like also horribly, it's facing the bottom of my backpack. So all the stuff on the top, which were a lot of my clothes and some other items, were fine. Lucky. But that bear spray canister with all the stuff around it, like, it has fabric around it for the holster, and then one of my headbands for the headlamps.
Yeah, headlamp.
So, and then a bit of my camping airbags, one of them. Luckily, I have multiple, but but my nice hiking backpack. Now? Yeah. So
is it like
you can wash it out. You can wash it out, but like there's always going to be some stingy bear residue, and then putting all your shit in there, it's just going to get it on there. Yeah. So the best course of action is to just replace it. So I was using the new swim bag, which is fine, but it doesn't have the nice metal thing on the back that keeps it off the back and supportive and everything, that gives the airflow. So it's just like straight on my back and just so sweaty, but I'm using my 2 hiking poles.
Good.
Because it gets a full workout that way. Like I found like, you're engaging the arms more on the way up, especially. And then it works out your core because you're actually like pulling and doing it instead of just using your legs. So it's kind of like more dynamic. I don't know.
I should do both.
I've been liking
get
it.
My chest back up too.
Yeah.
It kind of like forces you, and then that's good. Oh no.
Yeah, it really makes it more dynamic and engaging.
Yes. Far more dynamic and engaging.
Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. And it was just a beautiful hike. But then once I got to the top, as I started getting to the very tippy top, there was a couple of different landscape. Like one would be a clearing, and then there'd be all these like green, like grasses and stuff. And then as it got taller, the trees got shorter and everything. We're getting to the top of a mountain, and then once I kind of look up because I'm like, this mist is super bright now.
Yeah,
I'm like, what's going on? And then there's little like wisps of blue and the sun beaming in, and then I'm like, so then I'm just up there by the little radio tower that's kind of set up there, and then the sun's kind of peeping through. There's a bit of blue sky here and there, but then you just feel the water mist go over you as you're just like basking in the sun. And then I nommed on a Honeycrisp. Honeycrisp. So and the best part about that Honeycrisp is there was a little gray jay that came and enjoyed it right out of my hand as well.
Oh man,
just like here's a little bit of apple, put it on my hand, and then it came over, and then stashed it for later.
I want to
And
feed more of
they
those
were
birds.
hella
They're so
interested in
dope.
me. Yeah.
I bet
But
they were hella interested in you.
But then so it got real clear up on that, just on that top part. But that's when the mosquitoes came out.
Oh, bitches.
And they went hard. And I'm trying to find out because there's some people there, and I started going down trying to find another quiet place to use the bathroom over down over there. And then they're just tagging me all sorts, and they're big nasty guys. And then I was able to get a few of them, and then I just have blood smears all over my hands and my arms, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is my own blood. I hope, oh my gosh. So then I got the hell out of there and just started going down, and then back into the misty wonderland.
Oh, the misty wonderland.
But oh my gosh, going down was brutal because then my wonky pinky toe just kept rubbing up, and I gotta. So with the beautiful new, fantastic soles that are the hard, thicker soles that you can interchange on the shoes that the parents got me for my birthday.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so
you can
replacement
interchange the soles.
Yeah, of my shoes. So they're thick soles.
Oh,
better for arch support.
Okay,
but I use them in all of my different shoes.
Ah,
I just swap them out whenever I use a different pair of shoes because they're much better supportive insoles. Yeah.
I'm like, how do you switch up the sole of your shoe? Like you detaching?
Exorcism.
I thought you had like a transformer type shoe.
May the power of Christ compel you. You are now a sneaker. You don't flip flop in the name of Christ. You shall be a sandal.
Yeah, sure.
All Crocs shall reign.
Anyway. I wore Crocs today, but they're congrats. Like not the fugly Crocs. I mean, they're like cute.
Sure.
They're like sandals. They're truly.
Yeah. Okay.
They're $50. They better be.
Hey, everybody at the pool wears Crocs, so
yeah, Crocs are a hella in right now. Yeah. Mom wears her cloud Crocs, and she's loving them. They are just bright.
Just a wow, yeah.
And
then you get the ones with the little knickknacks and stuff. Like you get the pins that go in them too.
I got an email on 420, very targeted. I don't get many Crocs emails. This one I got, and it was like, look at all these things, and they've got like a pot leaf, and then like a joint, and you can put them in your Crocs. Yeah. Like, oh my god, this is like ridiculous.
Yeah, reefer.
What the hell?
Dumb.
But anyways,
they pair them all the time. Anyway,
so okay, you got your insoles. That's good.
Yeah.
Good for your feet.
Yes, good for the feet, but my pinky toe just rubs a little bit more. So gotta put just a Band-Aid over it.
You got a moleskin.
Not a big issue. Got a moleskin that.
Put that moleskin.
If I keep doing it without it, it'll just become moleskin. So it'll work.
You'll be a naked
it'll work one way or another. Yeah, for sure. But oh man, and then I went straight home and I went and I took a nap. Put my feet up, took a nap. Yep.
How long did that hike take you?
So I got up there around 8:15 and started the hike, and then I got down around 2:15. So it was a good chunk. Wow.
Hefty.
It was hefty.
Yeah.
And there was people doing it like trail running it too. And I was
damn. Like, those people I don't understand.
Yeah. Like light packs. And I get that I didn't need to bring half the stuff, and I mainly do it for weight, but I needed all that water. Oh, I bet you did. Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh boy.
But I got to make that like the new standard.
Damn. Do it again.
Yep. So I'm going to build up from that one. Eventually I'll get Mailbox Peak.
Yeah.
That's like the taller one. Yeah.
Which, everyone's always like, oh, I've done Mailbox Peak. I'm like, how the hell are all these people doing Mailbox Peak? That is rough.
Yeah. They probably had a rough time, and then they have fond memories of like, oh, yeah, I did it. Oh, yeah.
Took
or
10
like,
hours and I bitched the whole time, but I did.
Yeah. Look at these
Yeah. I want to do it.
I want to get up there. Yeah, I forgot to take any pictures, but it was like a white wall of mist. There was some cool mist photos I could have taken in there, but I was in it. I was in it a winner.
In it.
Yeah, some guy complimented me on my handkerchief, like bandana headband.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was a purple bandana, but
cute.
I sweat way too much to not wear something. So
yeah,
and I don't want to wear a hat, so bandana
yes.
as it is.
And sweating into your eyes sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I do it often.
Yeah.
And I can't do things.
Before we get into your stuff,
can
I tell you what I got in the mail right before I came here?
Yes.
I went to the parents, swung by the parents, and grabbed the stickers.
Matthew doesn't get mail to
King
his
Gizzard
apartment.
stickers. Yes, I don't.
You got King Gizzard stickers?
I got all the King Gizzard stickers, and they look fantastic.
Oh
my gosh. They're so good. I cannot wait to have these up online. Can't wait to throw them.
Are you gonna go this show freaking
oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good.
Oh my god, Matthew. Oh my god. You're now like on the inner circle. I mean, like it's a big deal.
I hope so. Yeah. Like
the
stickers. Oh, shout out to Kat for being an amazing artist.
Shout
oh my
out
god.
To Kat. I even showed those boys last night all those designs.
The kangaroo court.
And kangaroo court. And they were loving them. I mean, they were loving them. And Kat just does such good work, man. She
so
really
good.
Plays.
Like, the line work is just so good.
The line work, the attention to detail, and
they turned out so perfect. Like
really
fine lines and everything. Like
you gotta save me one.
Be happier.
I need one.
Oh, I'm gonna save you a set.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm gonna have some, but I'm gonna definitely get more. I'm gonna try to sell some of them,
Yeah, definitely need to make some money back. Money back.
Make the dough.
Make the dough. But yeah, sick. I'm glad they came. They're ready.
Yeah.
You go.
Mine starts on Friday.
Yeah,
Saturday and Sunday. 3 days of King Giz.
3 days of King. I'm so jealous. I could do that on repeat.
You could do that on repeat, right?
Holy shit.
And there's people that are going to every single one, just like following, groupies like the van, so fun.
And they're so affordable.
So it's
That's so like the cool part
as long as you can, if you got a van, you could do it. If you got, a good car with a decent amount of room, you could do it. They're going from Tennessee, Red Rock, Chicago. I think they're doing one at Hollywood Bowl, and then or in Seattle, then Hollywood Bowl.
Yeah. And people are going to all
of them. Yeah, there's 3 days at each. U.S. Residency Tour 2023.
Oh man.
So, because it was the 3-hour marathon triple sets last year at Red Rocks. That was in October, and then the last day was in November, which is the one that I went to.
And FYI, everybody, this is King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard.
So King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, an eclectic rock band from Australia.
Yeah, psychedelic rock.
Psychedelic rock formed in 2013 with 24 studio albums, 15 live albums, 2 EPs, and fucked up.
What does EP stand for?
EP. Sorry. I don't know.
That's like a kind of a demo, right? Like
kind of like when like an early, slightly less than a full length album.
Early
in terms
product,
of time and stuff.
EP, early product.
Maybe
early production, I guess.
Could be. I don't know that.
Anyways, we're making shit up. Someone look it up. Like we're live or anything. So.
But this band is my favorite band of all time, and they just do so much, such good music all over the place. Crazy wild music that's like fun to listen to, but then you listen to the lyrics and you're like, oh man, this is about the annihilation of the planet and like wizards going off in space and like giant, robots loading up into consciousness and all this crazy things.
Yeah, there's so. But anyways, can I get to my weekend and like
get to your weekend, Brittany? Tell me about your weekend. Let me hear ya.
Move aside, bitch. Then we can jizz about Giz, because I mean, we're gonna definitely be a little jizzy about Gizzy. Okay, so my whole week has been kind of nutso, and then actually Thursday we had our Sips for a Cause. And so that was a really cool event. It was the end of that interview clothing drive.
Oh, okay.
And so then that's gearing up for Dress for Success, which is the next event, which I'm coming up with, which actually I will be on local TV tomorrow up in Champaign, Illinois on CI Living and talking about our Dress for Success event. So I'm excited about that. But so it kind of started that night because then I ended up going out after that with the girls and hitting the wine shop and like having a good night. And then Friday, it was like work, and then I actually finally, because it went on Disney Plus, watched Avatar: The Way of Water.
Oh wow! Oh, it's on Disney already.
Got on Disney
it's
Plus.
online.
Sweet. Oh, and that I was like, oh, I'm gonna see Kiana tomorrow. I'm gonna just watch this and get it going. And it really, I feel like I am spiritually connected to Kitty. I think she is born of Awa. I really do. I'm like, holy shit, I feel connected to this girl. Just how I feel connected to Moana.
I see you.
I see you, Jake.
You're water.
Katie
water
said we used to say that back in college. LOL. I see you, Jake. She'd get drunk and look at you. I see you, Jake. Kills me. Okay, so yeah, kind of hit that up on that Friday, but then Saturday morning. So get up on Saturday. I wanted to sleep in a little bit, so I slept until like 7 something. Because I was like, just give myself a little time, and then went to St. Louis. I went with Kiana and her cousin Kiana. So I had a Kiana squared weekend, and it was fabulous. And then Josephine joined us as well. But I had a Kiana, Sammy, and I mean, it really, the vibes were starting from the beginning. We get to this hotel, and this guy's like, "Hey, you ladies drinking?" And I'm like, I don't know. We drinking? You tell me. And he's like, "What about shots of tequila?" All right, sir, absolutely, whatever you'd like. And then one went down, another one went down. Ooh. And then he just was like, and then the bartender's like, "Oh, have you ever tried a tequila shot and then do a blood orange? I've got a blood orange instead of a lime." I'm like, "Ooh, sick." So we had a little fruit salad with our tequila. And so that's how it started. And then we had to do a quick little non-sleep deep rest after that to combat that. But then, we had an evening in STL. We got some din. We hit at Forest Park. It was a beautiful night. And then we ended up, I had gone out in the Grove before in St. Louis, was just like all the gay bars. And Kiana had not. She had not gone out in St. Louis. So I was like, okay, sweet, you guys, I'm going to take you out. I'm going to show you around. And we went to the right places. We went to Just John, we went to Rehab, and we just danced. And so we were at the top of Rehab. It was like a rooftop bar, and most of it's covered, but there's a lot of outdoor space, and it just starts to rain. And I'm talking rain. And you know what we did? Pouring. Rain on me, rain on me. Oh, we were rain on me, rain on me. It really, it was really actually lit. And then I ended up doing too many like squat, twerk, knee bounces. Ripped my jeans, so I threw those away that night. Just right. It's like, well, this is deserved. It was needed. Yeah. I needed to be liberated in the pants region, I guess.
Damn jeans, bruh.
Damn jeans, bruh. But yeah, so we slayed St. Louis on Saturday night.
VIP.
Yeah, VIP. It felt like it. We were looking good. We were having fun. It was just a good girls' night out. And, gay bars are just the best. And we were loving life. And it's Pride Month. And it's just amazing. It's so great. So great. And then Sunday, so we got home right at like 1:30 to this hotel. And we ended up doing all 3 of us in a king-size bed. So that was a cute little evening. Cute little cuddle. And then I was like, "Bye, my little baby angels. Ciao, ciao." And then I got up early, like 7:30, and then hit the road, drove 4.5 hours to Chicago. So I went from Effingham to St. Louis to Chicago. And I met up with Brian Benavides. And who was in Peace Corps with me, which is awesome.
Oh, nice.
And so got to see Brian, and he had this art festival going on around his apartment in this neighborhood. So, and he lives in a very cool neighborhood with beautiful architecture. I mean, stunning.
Oh,
And so just
nice.
to walk down the streets was incredible and fun.
Yeah.
And it was a very chilly day, which honestly, I'd
Was
take
it
that over
windy
a
in the
super
Windy
hot
City?
day. It very windy city, like very, and with that chill in the air, it was probably maybe 65 degrees. I mean, it was really cold.
Brisk.
It was 90s last week, so
Oh
quite a
boy.
shift. And well, we saw this art, we got food, and we kind of just hung out until a celebrate King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard at the salt shed.
At the salt shed.
So, okay. And you know how I don't know if the universe likes me or I promote the universe. So the universe is giving me a little
The
like
universe
kickback,
promotes you.
Oh my gosh. So I'm driving around trying to find parking, right? I'm not paying $40 to park valet. Not a vibe.
No, fuck that.
And I'm, driving around. I see this like sketch area, but Chicago's different. They have permits for different areas. You have like, I don't want to get towed. That's the last thing to leave a concert and your car's not there. Like, kill me.
Oh
So,
gosh.
and Chicago's, I mean, it's just hard to find parking. There are people at this concert, and I went a little early, but it was wild. Went at the right time, that's for sure. And so I make a loop around and I find this corner and I'm like, oh, sweet. It's on a one way. It's at the end. I just pull right in there. And then I'm sitting in the car being like, okay, prep for this concert, but also like, I hope this is okay. I really hope someone parks behind me. Like, I think there's space. Should I pull up more? I'm having this whole car dilemma. And I'm kind of just like waiting for people to make me feel comfortable that I'm parking here, right? And I finally get out of the car.
Validate my decision for me,
please validate my decision. And the universe is like, I got you, girl.
I got you.
And these people pull up behind me, 2 people, Sophia and Cody, and they were very sweet, and their outfits were incredible. She was wearing this like Russian style black fur hat wrap. It was sick. She looked amazing. And they were like, yeah, we just got all the warm stuff out of the car that we had. She's in like snow pants. She's cracking me up. She looked incredible with just like, yeah, because it was so cold. I mean, we truly did not, and it wasn't indoor, it was outdoor. So everyone, I mean, there's a lot of cold people. Did not expect this to be, I mean, it was raining all day. It was just like weather, which made it fucking sick.
Yeah,
honestly.
I would
like
love
the best weather ever. And you know how much I sweat, and so I had like a shirt, a flannel, and then my jacket. Like I could wear my jacket the entire time. Fucking represent.
Even if it's pretty cold, I still have to take off everything.
Right, and like I'm at a concert. I'm hot around people, but I was toasty and so
heavenly.
lovely and like living life. But okay, so I park and then I get out and she's like, hey, you think we can park here? I was like, yeah, I don't see any red, I don't see any yellow, but like whatever. She goes, do you mind if we get up like and really close, like block you in? I was like, yeah, I've got space up front, like we're vibing.
Yeah.
And so I meet them, and they were like coming from Portland too. And so I was talking about Portland, and she's like, are you really from Washington? Like your license plate? So we got to talking. And then,
that's true. You have the Washington license plate.
It just straight out puts like, this girl's different. So people immediately talk to me.
Yeah. So I mean, they probably thought you road tripped all the way out.
Total. They definitely did. And I was like, well, I live here right now, but I didn't. Yeah, just come 3 hours. Casual. Yeah, actually 4.5 that day. Yeah, but not, 37. So, so I'm walking with them, and I have not met people that walk faster than me. Like I walk, and they were trucking. And I mean, I was like trying to like skip, but they're tall and they're just like cool. They were just so fucking cool. And I'm just talking to them. They're just really nice people. And we were chatting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we'll see what happens when we get in the inside. Like, I don't, I came here alone. I don't need to be with people.
And it was like, how long was that walk, little jaunt?
I'd say like a solid 15, 20 minutes.
Okay. Pretty good.
Like we were booking it. But we were a little out, but I mean, you just people.
Yeah, you just see them.
And then when it got
how
to
many
the
people were there?
line,
Do you know?
I don't know.
But like
quite a bit.
quite
A
a bit.
decent amount. I mean, they really the fact that they had it outside, I think, is huge because it
Oh,
just
for
kept
sure.
getting more people. But it did sell out all 3 days, so I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so so we're walking, we get in the security line together, and then we're just chatting, and then I'm like, I gotta go to the bathroom, and they're like, oh, we do too. Perfect. So we go to the bathroom, and then we come out, and they're waiting for me, and I'm like, oh my god, this is great. I have friends. And they're like, well, like we have a crew. Like if you want to come, I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'll meet them, whatever.
Yeah,
And
might as
so I
well.
get introduced to all these amazing human beings. They're so kind. It's a whole fucking band. They're called Kangaroo Court, and they're just so kind. Like it was like, oh, and this is Brittany. We just met her. Really nice. Everyone's shaking my hand, like sick jacket, like oh my gosh, and just very kind. I don't know, like it was just this like,
Yeah.
"Hey, how's it?" They were generally interested about me,
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
and I'm just
And
part of the
you're
group,
present,
and
you
I'm
know?
present. Yes, I'm, like,
So it's
aware.
like
Yes.
it's not like you're like doing that and then wandering off,
Yeah, I'm not on my phone, like, I am here
Yeah.
for the fucking show, and they're
I'm
like,
fucking here for
"Oh," so, like,
Giz.
"Who'd you come
Yeah,
with?"
here Giz.
Like, "Who'd you get here with?" And I was like, "Oh, just me." And
Just
they're
me.
like, "Really?" And I go, "Actually, you guys, I do have an extra ticket. I totally forgot I bought 2 tickets. So if anyone, needs a ticket." And they're like, "Are
Yeah.
you fucking kidding me?" I'm like, "Nah." So they call up a buddy and they're like, "Dude, if you can get down here, like you have a free extra ticket." Like, I don't think did not end up using it.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
And then actually I felt really bad because I had posted it on like a Giz shit posting site. And then and I don't know if it ever got posted. I don't know. But then I just saw this morning I had a Facebook message at 7:15 last night. And it was
Ah,
like this nice guy that was like, "Hey, I don't have the money, but like it'd be better to give me the ticket than, not utilize it." And I'm like, "Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Like I just saw this morning. I would have absolutely transferred it
yeah,
to you
for
on the spot."
sure.
He was like, "I just the vibe, it was like the heartfelt
Yeah.
I would really
We
appreciate this." And I'm like sick, ready to give this man a
Yeah.
ticket. And I feel so bad because that would have
Oh,
been
don't feel bad because,
uh,
like, who cares?
but yeah, obviously like whatever.
Yeah,
But I
you got it.
did
I did
offer
the
to these
same
other
thing
people.
for the Red Rocks because I bought 2 tickets and then nobody
Yeah.
could come, and so I
Yeah.
was just going by myself, and then I
Yeah.
took too long to put it online to sell it, and I tried to sell
Yeah.
it, like, to somebody out there. I'm like, "Does anybody do you know anybody?"
Yeah.
Like, seeing if anybody around.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah. Yeah. And
it's
I
all good.
thought there'd be more people standing out front going, "Anybody got a ticket?" Because
Yeah.
they're sold
No.
out, but everyone's just there freaking vibe, like
Everybody's
just
going.
on a
Everybody's
mission.
there, yeah, for a
Everybody's there.
mission.
Everyone that wants to be
Oh,
there
for
is
sure.
there. Like,
Yeah, and,
oh
like,
my God.
so engaged, right?
Oh, okay. Like,
Anyway,
okay. So, anyways,
you
I get into
continue
this
with your
group,
story. I'm
right? And
sorry, I'm
it's
just so
like
excited for you.
everyone's just vibing and then we're talking, but then I'm quiet, I'm chilling, I'm feeling great. And
Mhm.
I'm just like getting integrated in this crew. And then these people start in the beginning, and then I just keep meeting all these people. And then, I'm feeling good. I'm having a good time. I'm watching. I don't remember. I hate that I don't remember the opener's name. But it was like
Yeah, I'll have to look it up.
Kamikaze, uh, like palm tree, something like that. It was, yeah, but they were really good. And I guess they only have like 6,000 followers. Like they're not even that big, and they were great. So that was really cool. And so, anyways, I got to learn a lot about this music just from these guys, and they're like big in Champagne. And then I Googled them today, and it's like they're in like the paper. So fucking shout out. I met Jake, who I meet. Who did I meet? So it was Sophia and Cody, right? And Cody's actually in this band. But Jake, I think, is the lead guy. But then Garrett, he was really cool. He had beautiful hair. And both of these people, they just all had really nice teeth too, which, me and teeth. And then Patty, that man, it was like ginger, mullet, funny. And then his laugh gave me so much joy, Matthew.
Oh my
It
gosh,
was
really?
this like, and it kind of goes up at the end, and it's
Oh.
from the belly, and it go. I mean, seriously, I'm like talking to him, loving it, right? And I'm just meeting these people, like whatever. And
Yeah,
I'm
and
turning
you're
around,
probably
and
just geeking and
I'm just,
smiling from ear to ear.
yeah, he's just loving life. And I'm turned around, looking at the stage, and I just keep hearing him talk, and then he'd giggle, and I turned around and I put my hand on his shoulder and he's like, "What?" I go, "Patty, I love your laugh. Like I love your laugh." And he giggles and Garrett's like, "Yeah, man, actually I do love that laugh. Like it's so signature and it's from the belly. Like it's funny. Like you really found that funny." And then he's like, "Oh my God, you're like one of the only 3 people that's ever told me that." So he gives me a hug. And then I'm like talking to these men about their beautiful teeth and their hair. And I'm like, "Can I touch your hair?" They're like, "Oh yeah." And oh my God, I was
They
like,
were probably so into it.
oh, they were it was like a very tender moment. Like this girl just shows up and is complimenting my laugh and my smile and my hair. And I'm like, "Oh my God, you guys are so pretty." And they're like, in this like fucking punk rock band, like, and I'm like, "Oh my God." But anyways, I ended up spending the entire evening with them and
nice.
and they were like, "Oh, we'll protect you. Like if it goes hard, mosh, like we got you, Brittany. Don't worry. This will be great." And I'm like, "Okay, like shit." And I'm in fucking, plastic Birkenstocks and socks. I did not come prepped for a fucking giz mosh. I did not think I'd be in with a crew. I truly thought, "Oh, I'll stand in the back, like dance my own.
I'm not gonna be
I'm here for the
moshing.
Music. I can see fine." You know what I mean? But that is not what the universe intended. They wanted
the
me
universe
fully
wanted you
in King Giz,
close and personal.
Ambrose and I were making googly eyes at each other. Swear to God,
of course,
beautiful man.
Ambrose said his googly eyes.
Fuck.
That man plays a mean harp.
Oh, and a sax, a mean sax too, dog.
He's
all these instruments. Sax. But yeah, so anyways, it like turned into this mosh at one point, and then one of the songs comes on, and this girl looks at me and she goes, "We're gonna die." And I'm like, "Oh my God, are you serious?" She's like, "Brace yourself." I'm like, "Okay." And then just literally a second later, I just get shoved and my eyes get big and I go, "Nope, nope, nope, nope." And I back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. And I move to the side and I find a new area, but it turns into this like whirlpool of people.
Whirlpool. Yeah.
It was so sick. And there's people up above, like looking down at this. Like I would want to see those videos because it looks like a tornado hit, like a hurricane was, and then people are coming. So then you'd get, fucking love Midwestern people. Like you get people, dickheads, that would be running through the crowd, like to get
the
to
drunk
the
assholes.
You're like, "Fuck you, dude." And then you'd get people that would like tap your shoulder and be like, "Oh, excuse me, I'm trying to get to the mosh pit." And you're like, "Oh yeah, keep going." And then like they just go, "Oh, excuse me. Oh, can I? I'm just gonna." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, have fun." And then once they hit, they're like, "Whoa!" They're just in the fucking mosh pit. And then it ends and everyone gets back to dancing. And then they'd walk out and they'd smile at you. It's like shoulder, head, it's like, "Oh, bro, like that was sick. Like good work." We like survived the battlefield basically. Like, holy shit.
A couple
and then you'd go back into like, vibing and then it just start again or people start jump. It was such a roller coaster of music that I've never experienced before. And
that's because most bands never do that. Who goes from like a boogie song, another song with a flute, with another song with a sax, and a straight metal songs and a straight like other polyrhythms? Like, who does that?
Nobody does that.
And it's so beautiful.
It was incredible. It was incredible. I never left my spot, period.
And it just looks like they're just not even looking at each other, just like, just doing their thing with those magic fucking fingers. Oh my God. And calves, like, isn't it the drummer? Oh my gosh. He's like doing double time. Like it's
double
crazy.
Time, both feet whacking away.
Yeah.
And I mean, they just go so fast and so heavy, and then they're jumping, and then they're like I bet they loved all that wind too. Like that chilly night with all that wind,
perfect.
Like natural. Yeah. Nobody was sweating.
That long hair too,
Yeah, and he's singing and rocking and like he's banging
he goes
his
up
head
and down,
with that.
and then he does the full thing where he puts his head between his legs.
Oh, geez.
He like leans down and puts his head down.
Yeah.
But that takes some ab work,
Oh, yeah.
Damn. Like that's some good back muscles.
Oh man. I mean, Matthew. I was liberated. My soul jumped out because it was just
because I saw your video. You're pretty damn close.
I was up there, man.
You're like watching them sweat. You could see sweat beads probably from them.
I didn't need to zoom any videos. I mean, I'm there.
Holy shit.
And then they're nice too, right? I'm sure.
Oh, they're beautiful people.
Oh, can you like move to the side, you know? And then I get a fucking clear ass view. Like, and then I had the tall dudes behind me. I had the whole crew, dog.
You roll with the
tall
crew.
Dogs. And I'm like, yeah. And it's like, oh, Brittany. And then I'd have water and chapstick, and they're like, wow, you're just bringing the vibes and all the good, the good goods. I'm like, yeah, dog, that's what I'm here for. I'm like your little festy fairy, just coming in, dropping off your love, and then see you later. And then it's like, promote the podcast, promoting their music, and they're all like, band, it was
because so it was pretty funny. Like you sent me that voice message, and I was listening to it, and I'm like listening to these bands. And I only knew a few of them, like obviously Tame Impala, but
which was a joke. I said that. And
I was like, yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not deep.
That's what I thought.
Like, don't
because I was
me.
like, Brittany, oh my god, did you just tell a band?
And then I put my hand on his shoulder. I go,
Australian.
I go, Garrett, that's where I'm at right now.
I'm so sorry, Brittany. I'm so sorry. Because when I heard that, I literally went like, huh? Like, what the fuck did I just listen to?
Dead in the eyes.
And I'm like, did you just say that?
Like, oh shit. I'm sorry, I'm not that cool. And then, I mean, these girls behind me and then these guys, they started like meeting up, and you just hear them fucking go hard. What song is your favorite? Which album's your favorite? Like, but what do you think about this? And I'm like, holy shit, I'm uneducated in this. I cannot wait for Matthew to be deep in a convo like this again. Because I mean, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go hard into this shit.
Yeah. Well, like deep. at the one that I went to in Red Rocks, the guy that I was with, Drew, he was like asking me like what the song was, and I'm like, it's this from this album. It's probably like track number whatever. Like that was produced in 2015 or 2017 or 2019 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I remember
I could hear everybody around me just like
drunk.
Say certain information about like, each song.
Oh, discussing in detail, right?
Discussing the detail, because it's literally pure magic art that they do up there. And I mean, the way they can play and they can shift and they can vibe is
they have such a deep repertoire to look
deep repertoire. So everyone's like, okay, so also I don't know a lot of this, right? I don't know. So they're teaching you. Well, they're teaching me, but so the crew comes on like the stage to get the stage set up, and they dressed in their clothing. So then everyone like starts freaking out, and it's like, nah, that's just the sound.
Oh my
people.
Gosh, they're fucking with them,
and totally fucking with them. And then they put out these first set of guitars, and Garrett goes, "Oh shit, we're going microtonal. Look at that guitar." Yep. And I'm like, from the guitar,
for
you're
sure,
telling 100%. Me what we're listening to.
I would have peeped that the moment it happened. Because they have
So
they have like so many more frets. They have so many more frets because it's microtonal and it's drop tone. So and then they have certain 8-string guitars, and they have certain other ones. So like I would have known kind of what the set list was from the guitars as well. Like, oh my god, that's so cool though.
Same. I have never met a cooler fan base that is so integrated into this. Like,
and it's for the music.
Like these
and it's
people,
for the music.
And Giz is for the people. Like it really.
Giz is for the people.
They don't have high ticket prices. They're not gonna have that probably. That's not their vibe. And then
their vibe
the way
is
they do their art,
packaging, all their art.
All their art and all other people's art, and like all the bootleggers. The way they promote themselves is to promote and empower other people, and that is fucking rad.
And it's the exact opposite of the standard of the music industry, which is why they're such an anomaly. One, they're ranked like in the top 20 of most productive bands of all time.
I mean,
because
how many albums did you say?
24 studio albums, plus a whole bunch of other live albums and some other stuff. So they're doing all that, and it's just
So yeah, if you have not listened to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, you need to right now. I'm not going to shame you for not, but I will in the future if you have not in a year. I'll get on you.
Yeah. So it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. So with all of these albums, there's a theory. Have you ever heard of the Gizverse? Did anybody mention the Gizverse
I
to
have
you?
heard of the Gizverse, but
Yes.
please detail the Gizverse for us.
So all of the songs have different crazy lyrics and different stuff. Like Ice 5 is, the next ice age. And it's a whole song about, how the earth is going to like freeze over and will people survive the next Ice 5, there's there's other songs like Plastic Boogie, the fuck all of that plastic riding in the ocean. That whole album Fishing for Fishies is technically a like protest album.
Yes.
An environmental protest album. Then the thrash metal album is also one. It's like there is no planet B, and it's like all about the rich people go to the Mars and the rest of everybody goes on Earth. And then there's other albums that have a robot character that then uploads his brain, or a human that uploads his brain into a robot, and experiences, cyber conscious, like Cy Boogie is alluding to all that. So the theory goes is that all of these albums and all of the narratives from these songs are interrelated. Like it tells an overarching story about a group of, people or wizards that then go escape from original Earth, and go to a different planet and do all this other stuff because there's different lyrics that then connect to other songs.
Yes, and there's separate beats as well that you can hear
beats, but different stuff, allusions to other songs and different things. So, like the robot character Hantayumi, that's like the guy on Fishing for Fishies.
Yep.
His whole story is that he was a guy that wanted to live forever, but then put his brain into a robot and then just has no feeling. And then has now there. So yeah. And they have a whole song where Hantayumi actually just talks for about 10 minutes.
Oh, interesting.
Like, I am vomiting. I am perfect. I am Hantayumi. And it's just like, and then like, so at one of the shows that I saw, they're just like going hard, just like, head down, bang, and I am Hantayumi. I am a robot that goes, I am vomit. I am blah, blah, blah.
Damn, dude. They go
fucking
hard.
Epic. So good. I'm doing this such a horrible injustice, though. It's so crazy. The thing. There's a guy like Alpha Media on YouTube that does a really good deep dive. If you just type in King Gizverse deep dive on YouTube, there's a guy that does a full hour and a half long deep dive and goes through each album, how it relates and how it tells the story on just one of the theories. Like half of the King Giz subreddits and stuff are just talking about how things are related. It's just a fun fan thing that we do.
Yeah, but like, what do they say about it? I mean, I assume
there's just different theories and different people make different connections between different albums and different things. So it's like, did he go to Venus? Did he go to Mars? I don't know. There's just differences.
Giz like ever addressed any of this?
Oh yeah. So originally they were very silent about the existence of the Gizverse, and then it was very cryptic on some of their interviews back in the day. But then they like came out and said, "Oh, the Gizverse is real," and then now they have their website is called gizverse.com. So
yeah. So I'm like, okay, that's
so like they've accepted but it's not like they go into each one of these recording sessions and make one of these songs and think, oh, this fits over in this overarching narrative that's 24. Oh, I have 30 albums already figured out. No, they're primarily just like going within their own creativity, which just kind of ends up telling a
they have
story.
A vibe. Yeah,
a crazy, wild, psychedelic, fucked up monster story.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
The world we live
and then
in.
Just all over the place in genres. Like, so some of the things they do is polyrhythms in their song, in their album Polygon Dwanaland, which I know you love. Yeah. Which has Chroma Castle, Tetrachromacy, Fourth Color. all of those are weird time signatures, like 7/8, 9/8, 12/8, 6/8, and then it like
and they just
transitions
flop between them.
5/4, flop imperceptibly, and then sometimes like I put in my headphones and I listen to it's actually Fishing for Fishies, the first song on Fishing for Fishies. That if you ever hear it, it sounds like a click.
Yes.
But it's like every offbeat ish.
Yes.
But it's like
yes, before
like it's so, but like if you actually like focus on that that rhythm, it does not make any fucking sense. Does not make sense.
Yeah.
But if you listen to it in context, it just sounds like that's the beat,
it's
but it's like off. It's groovy, but it's so hard to dance to because it's not a 4/4.
Yeah. Yes.
So it's always like a big deal when they have songs in 4/4. You know, like, oh, this is a normal song. Like, what else did they do with it? Oh, they made it microtonal, where they make all of the guitars and change all of the tuning to have those tones in between the tones. So microtonal is, you know, you have your sharps and flats, but there's a sharp and flat between those sharps and flats.
Yeah.
Like, between
which usually sounds off key unless the entire key is in that key.
Exactly. And then they're able to use it as heavier frills. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, because they use a lot of Eastern music influences have polyrhythms and microtones in them. But oh my gosh! But then they're able to seamlessly use it all. Right they're able to seamlessly put it all together into just like crazy, creative, different things that like. I don't know, because I'm able to listen to all of these different albums for different moods. Like, oh,
yes,
I want to listen to Polly because I'm like cruising and I'm listening to Crumbling Castle driving up the mountains. Yes. Or, you know, oh, it's a beautiful sunny day with no cloud in the sky. I'm going to listen to Fishing for Fishies and just like cruise. Oh, I'm mowing the lawn. It's Infest the Rat's Nest. Let's throw some thrash metal on there.
Yeah.
You know,
yes,
like, oh my
do.
Gosh, I'm excited.
And then you want a little lighter, you put on Butterfly 3000.
Butterfly 3000 for your synth pop, your if you want the acoustic album, you got Paper Mache Dream Balloon. If you want your sitars,
then you can just float along. Yeah.
If you want the old school jams, you know, you got your I'm in Your Mind Fuzz.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot.
And Quarters, if you want some like jazz, and then the new Ice Mushrooms, Death Bugs, and Planet, so good. I've been listening to that one on repeat. That's the one with
that the Gila Monster
Mycelium.
One?
No, that's the new. That's the
new.
But the one previous, the 23rd, is the Ice Planets, Lungs, Death, and Mushrooms.
I like that one too.
Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. And then Changes. Yeah. Everybody's been loving Changes, but they haven't been playing any like live versions of any of the Changes songs. Like I Hate Dancing and AstroTurf.
Interesting.
Yeah. So you probably heard that in the background somewhere.
Yeah, probably, definitely. I mean, they just hide things. They're like Easter eggs.
Yeah, because they have 200, 300 freaking songs all over the place. Both like completely different things.
Yeah, and they just they fluidly go in and out of these songs in one song. They're like, we're gonna have one. This is our last song, is what they said. Yeah. And it started with Psy Boogie, and then it went through all the different channels,
just like
and back out another way. And it was just like, we were done, and everyone just stood there. And I heard a girl go, I think I need to process this. I'm like, bitch, I feel you. This was that. Oh, like. Oh my God.
Like, oh, it's so fluid how they do it. And it's such complex music that they're able to dial it in on. And so, when we first saw them in 2016, that was the year that they produced Nonagon Infinity, which is one of my favorite albums. That's just like pure rock adrenaline. Nonagon Infinity opens the door. Wow! You know?
Yeah.
And so that they've said in previous interviews, that was some of the like tightest playing that they've done, because it was a full set that the album was just the set, and they just played the album. Okay. And then so when we saw them, that's what they were doing. And that was the year before they did 5 albums in 2017. but then they also did the 5 albums in 2022.
Okay.
So they've had 2 years of 5 albums. Yeah. So yeah, the one you like, Flying Microtonal Banana, which is obviously the microtonal ones. And then they probably played some stuff from Gumboot Soup, but I don't have that one on vinyl yet. I have most of them. I'm missing just 4: Gumboot, the 2 early EPs, and one other one. But otherwise, that I have all of them and multiple of all of them because I love them so much.
Yeah,
you know, it's always like, oh man, like, oh, King Gizzard is coming out with another album. Oh no, I'm gonna have to spend another $100, $150 on vinyl.
Yeah,
you know, when they dropped them, 3,
though, you know, is there. I mean, it's limited.
Getting bigger and better, and yeah, they definitely limit each variant size, and so a lot of the times, everybody to know, for these vinyls that they drop, they produce, they have them usually in vinyl and cassette, and all of the stuff like sells out within like 5 minutes. Like Butterfly 3000 sold out so fast, it was just like immediate. And so where,
glad like, I have that one.
I've purchased like one, and then I put in another variant in it, and that adding an extra then kicks one of them off because they've already sold out. You know, some of them are 1,000, some of them are 2,000. So yeah. So when I wake up at 5 a.m. on the Pacific Coast in order to like get some vinyls, it's a deal. It's
you mean some business?
I mean some business.
Hell,
I just want them because like they're so good. They're so good. And then I'm a bad vinyl collector, as in I listen to them all the time. You know,
which they are meant to be listened to.
But if you have 2 of them, you should keep one for just like for vinyl collecting purposes, and then one for listening. But usually I give them to you. You know.
Yeah,
I'll give one to you, or let somebody borrow them. So
which that is how it should be. The music is to be shared.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a library card one where I could just put a library slip around it.
That'd be funny, and then
I can give people, and then like put a stamp on it.
That'd be amazing. And it's like, this is due back in 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Unharmed. So even like so, and then a lot of the stuff is the band that puts it out there. They're they have their own record label. So originally they were on Flightless. They created Flightless, and now they are so big for that they basically just do their own thing on their own label.
Okay.
But with that, all these presses, like, it's somewhat limited run on how many they produce and the presses and stuff. But they have ultimate freedom on what they do. So when I'm buying it, I don't feel bad that I'm like, having to buy it on Amazon or something. I'm giving money to the band, the band that I love, to keep doing what they're doing and making more awesome music. Yeah. So it's like, oh man, it might hurt my wallet, but I have infinite satisfaction from just spinning these records.
Absolutely.
And listening to these guys. They're so fucking talented. And I'm so happy that you're as hype on them that I am, that you get it. I mean, sometimes there's times where I'm like talking to the void about how great Giz is to a lot of people.
But seriously, that was like the best concert.
You see him play.
And I mean, I liked him beforehand, but then now it's like,
when you see him live, it is wild.
Yeah, I was
live I is a shocked. Different story.
I was stunned.
Shocked and stunned. Oh my gosh. Yeah. I'm so excited. So I get to see him this weekend. 3 days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Remlinger Farms.
Where is that?
It's over east. It's not it's kind of in between like I-90 and 2, but that last highway, it's like 418 or something north.
Okay.
I don't know. It's like Duval, I think, is on that road.
Highway 2 like, up by Stevens Pass.
But not. So
they're going north.
Highway 2. They're but they're east. There's one road that connects those two.
Okay.
That's all the way up into the mountains.
That
like Issaquah, like So it's almost like Summer Meltdown-esque, but not not that north.
Have you been to that venue?
I'll send you. No one's been to that venue. That venue is not been a venue before this venue.
No shit.
Yes. So they originally were having it at this other place, Carnation Farms, which is a smaller barn. And they sold out immediately. And then they're like, no, we have to do way more because this only holds like 5,000 people each night. Like, that's ridiculous. So they tapped this Remlinger Farms, which is like kind of it's almost like a Val's pumpkin patch.
No way.
Yeah, straight up. Yeah.
They've been playing in the coolest fucking places.
So the logo is a barn, and like looking online, there's not a lot of pictures of this place, but there's
really
there's a like a famous little choo-choo train where you have that like guy and a conductor, and he's like taking kids around the place. They have like, you know, a little maze area, a little something like it's straight up Alice Pumpkin Patch.
I don't think people realize like I was talking to Brian and he's like, I didn't realize King Gizzard is like that big of a deal. And I'm like, shit, you don't even know what's coming to your like Remlinger Farms. Watch out.
Watch out.
Like,
yeah,
get
I
ready.
Really wanted to go beforehand, like last weekend. And just like scout it out and warn them.
Yeah, like, I don't believe like, that
beautiful,
people
magical
like think,
place. It's a beautiful, magical for the, but there's a lot of people.
But I, you know, people are, you know, Taylor Swift, and someone even made the comment like, "Stu is my Taylor Swift."
Oh yeah,
like that's the amount of obsession of people. So I don't think people understand if you're not mainstream, right? The mainstream audience gets all the thing, but like
the guy from Fish was at the Red Rock show.
No shit.
Yeah, he came up on stage too and played a little bit.
Yeah, see, just like that.
Even but Nick, like they did not understand. Like when I took them to the show, we showed up, you know, 3 hours early to stand in line, and already we were up above one block, and then by the end of that, before they even let anybody in, it was back behind 2 more blocks.
Because Red Rock's no assigned seating. I mean, you gotta go.
No assigned seating. Yeah, so I was there 4 hours early to get in line. Yeah, and I was only I was at 3:00, and I think they opened the doors at like 7 or 8.
Damn.
But I was able to get one of those limited posters. Like it was only 1,000 posters and only, you know, limited number of shirts. And so I immediately went straight into the merch line and stood another hour in that. And then finally, but luckily the guy that I was with, his dad was sitting down, you know, front row.
Nice.
Because we were one of the first ones in, saving us spots. Oh,
nice. Baller.
Needed. Oh, and you have no idea. So this Giz show, guess who forgot his credit card? Like, how do you?
Oh, let me guess. The Gemini sitting in front of me.
Oh, the Gemini sitting in front of you. Yes, did not bring his wallet. So I had my ticket on my phone. Luckily, my battery was charged. Thank goodness.
Fucking
and it's like I have you know my one card on my phone, so I could do that thing. But I'm like, dude, like, can you spend $150 on me for merch, and then I'll immediately Venmo you? Thank you, stranger that I just met in the parking lot. Like, you are so good to me. And then your dad's saving us a spot. Like, and then we had the best of times. And then I paid him up squared. Like, I got it done immediately because I just felt so like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. And I can't believe you're saving me. And the dad was like thinking I'm grifter. I'm like, no.
Oh my God.
You're just being too kind. And I don't think you're used to being this kind. So thank you. Like, let me repay it tenfold. Like, oh my God.
No, people can be awesome.
Yeah, people can be awesome.
And people really are. I mean, like the vibe. And you know, at certain concerts, and it's happened to me multiple times, and it could just be the way my brain / life works, but like when the hype comes on for the concert, the air just got brighter. Like the whole place lit up and just got like a few degrees brighter. I mean, truthfully, and everyone felt it because everyone just kind of looks up and around, and you're like, holy shit, this is about to go down. The energy, the brightness. I mean, truthfully, it like let's raise some noise. And then like it's the sunset, but it's cloudy. So then this like haze was a little orangish. It was Freaking. I'm so excited I'm jealous. Like, then someone was like, "Oh, are you gonna go to the Seattle show?" I'm like, "Yeah, like I have the fucking cash to just fly from here to
These
Seattle."
people, some of them do. They're
Oh,
doing
they
it.
do. And
Or
good for them. I wish
they've
I
been
was
planning
one.
this for a year and a half.
Yes, truth. Yes,
Yeah.
this is their vacation finally.
Oh yeah, like I bought my tickets pre-sale first day.
Yeah, I bought mine pre-sale. I was looking at that too. It was like November is when I got my tickets.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
good.
Oh, I would go a million, and I drove a fuck ton of hours this weekend. But you know what? I would hit repeat on that right quick.
Oh yeah,
right quick.
Oh man, I'm just so happy that you got to see them because this
and not at Squatch. So it was like now I
dedicated Giz show, and it's a long 3-hour Giz show. Those are the best because they're just jamming.
And I got so dancing. I mean, I got some fishing for fishies. I got some of my albums that I knew these songs. Like that feels good. Like I'm not obviously I don't know all of these things about Giz.
Well,
and
there's
I love
20 more freaking albums.
Yeah, like, but I mean, you know the people. You know you.
Yeah, I know me.
I absorbed, and then it was like, holy shit, I know these. And then there was a time, and I was just like a freaking serpent like moving
when I
around.
saw the set list today, I was like, oh, there's only like 3 or 4 that you might not recognize.
Yeah. And then it was mosh pits.
You had them. Yeah, exactly. And I think that was Gaia. I am Gaia.
Yeah. And then some guy had a sign and he was like, I just graduated. I have something to say. And he gets on. And so they invite him up and he gets up. Yeah. And his name was Sid or something like that. It wasn't Sid, but damn. And I don't know. I want to say he said, "Infect the rat's nest" or something. It was a specific verbiage, and everyone and then he high-fived all the band members, and he was off stage.
That's so sick.
Made his life. He was so life. Chill. Yeah. Freaking A. I mean, it was like, you'll have to look it up. I know some. I mean, I just kept thinking the internet is taking videos. Brittany, enjoy yourself. This 100%. Is the crowd that is all over this. Like, not a problem.
Yeah.
You can watch this whenever, forever.
Needle Juice produced Needle Juice Records made a 18 vinyl box set for their 2023 or 2022 Red Rocks show. So
okay,
the bootleggers will make something, and I bet you Giz also has some videos and stuff. But if not,
I mean,
there is a guy. So KingGizArchive.com actually has MP3 footage and MP4 footage of every single Giz show.
Whoa.
Crowdsourced from everybody. So if you want to watch or listen to any live set from the Giz show all the way back to 2013, you can do that. Yeah,
we should watch their Gorge set.
Yeah, so I don't actually know if they have that yet, but we'll put out the feelers. Let's put it out in the universe.
Yeah, we need a 2016.
We need a 2016 full Giz Sasquatch video.
Yes,
please,
it was a day
with high quality audio. Please, please.
The universe, please
send
get
it to us. Send it. Full send universe. Yes.
Praise be to the high gods.
Good. Praise be.
Not a gun infinity. Open the door.
Not a gun infinity. Open the door. Woo! Yeah, I see you got a lot of woos.
I got so many woo and
they love their woos.
So good, Matthew. And the venue was sick, and Chicago was sick, and I met friends
and you're fucking
immediately.
Doing it yourself too.
And I'm doing it myself.
And
it's definitely meant to be that I forgot that I had 2 tickets, because I definitely would have been like, someone's gonna come with me. Like, I have 2 tickets, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy I went the way I did. And on it now, that's like my second concert alone. I think I had Dirtwire and then King Giz. So 2 of my faves. And I like concerts alone.
It's kind of fun.
Like, the only thing that I don't like is if I like them and I want to be up front, like, I can't really leave to go to the bathroom. But then at the same time, I am one human being. I could go anywhere, anywhere.
And excuse me.
And I like
I
to
just
be
have friends over there, and then you lie.
Yeah, or not. Like, just
or just
excuse
like, oh,
me. I'm gonna
excuse me.
stand fucking in front of you. I'm one person.
Yeah.
And go to the
Yeah, they
bathroom,
don't.
get a
Yeah, if
drink,
it's
come back. It's just
yep,
one person, and
there's
I'm
one person,
nice.
not
Like,
a
it's
chain.
okay. Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
not gonna stand right in front of you like a
and
dick. Like,
you're not
I'm not
wobbling all over the
sloshing.
place. You're not freaking throwing elbows.
Nah, I'm just
You're not fisting
cheesing.
down in the just cheesing.
Nah, I'm just cheesing,
Yeah,
vibing, like dancing, if anything,
yeah,
but like in my own box.
dude. At Red Rocks, I think I said two words to the two girls sitting next to me. I did
Yeah.
not talk to anybody
No, and I
at
don't need
all.
to.
I was staring straight down the barrel of the
Yes.
Giz and
Yes.
just basking in it. I was like, I need to
Yes.
commit this to all 3
Yes.
hours to long-term memory right now.
Yeah. No biddies
Oh
at
my
King Giz for you.
god! Like occasional, like looking over. Oh, you're
Yeah.
good, and then looking back, like, oh shit, there's like 15,000 people here, and
Yes.
then like looking forward, like, oh, back to Giz.
Yeah. Like when we found the crew, and then we're just sitting there talking, life's good,
Yeah,
life's good.
you forget
And
that
then
there's
I
fucking thousands of people behind
forget
you.
there's human beings. And then I like see people up on like around the deck, and I'm like, damn, that's a cool view. And then I just turn around and I'm like, oh shit. And then they had like a bleacher set in the back. Like, what? There's so, and yeah. And then I didn't leave.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Oh
peed in the
no.
beginning, and I had to pee
Yeah.
so bad leaving, but I was like, I am not moving.
I did not
And
move
I would
from
take
my
like a
post.
sip of water, like I mean, just wet the tip of my tongue so I wouldn't have dry mouth for the entire show. Just like,
I'm so proud of you, Brittany.
oh Matthew, don't cry on my behalf. I'm so proud. Matthew's crying right now, everybody. This is a beautiful moment. But it was, yeah. So I can't wait to Giz together at some point. We're gonna Giz hard together.
To happen.
Oh,
if they ever have Giz Fest in Australia, we should do it.
We are going.
Yeah.
Oh my god! And I do want to hit a 3-day show sometime for sure. And it would be cool in a different city when like that is all you have to do is a 3-day concert. And
this
then
is the first time I've ever seen a band go 3 days in a row. A singular band.
Definitely not. No. Dave Matthews plays 3 days at the Gorge.
Well, I haven't seen Dave Matthews.
Oh yeah. Me, yeah. No. I've never done it. Like, you've done that. I'm just saying, like people
like
do
they
that.
do it.
I mean, like Grateful Dead and
Fish do that.
Yeah.
Okay, obviously they.
I was on a different.
Yeah.
Yes,
we've only
festival. Not either. We've fested, which
I've done.
I would say
like double doses, but.
Yeah, but I mean, a festy, we're putting in the time. I mean, their longest one was Squatch with 4 days, and that was a hefty festy.
That was a hefty festy.
But 3 days, we definitely go, and that's an all-day thing. So, but to have the same band would be
9 hours of gloriousness.
And then Giz, like it's not like Dave Matthews has a specific vibe. I mean, you're gonna be in that vibe.
Giz
and
has
Fish
all the
too
vibes.
Is like you're
it's still just that singular vibe.
Jam band.
You're rolling. You're jamming down the river.
Which is great. And it comes in and out of that. It's awesome. But
Giz, man,
it takes you on a journey.
Another dimension, different, interplanetary, galactic.
Electric.
Yeah.
Section.
I just don't know. Like, what am I going to listen to? What am I going to hear? There's 9 hours of music that I'm going to be listening to.
I can't wait for next week's episode.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'm going to get the full detail on what I heard from you.
Basically, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'll try to take some detailed notes.
We're going hefty in the time, and I don't want to.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
Well, we only scratched the surface on the Giz. Yeah, we're tizzy.
Yeah,
Giz.
we'll do Gizzy.
Giz is in a tizzy. Yeah.
Next week when Matthew sees Giz, and then we can get more in depth. But until next week, please take a chance. Just listen to a song or two, and their top hits change weekly, I would say. Like it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, the newest songs are all metal songs. So I always say if you like the chiller vibes, Fishing for Fishies is a great intro album.
Great.
So is Floating Along, Fill Your Lungs.
Yep. And so is Butterfly 3000, I would say.
And Butterfly 3000.
It's a little tangy, tinkery.
Another like 10 of them, but
yeah. Well, listen to them all.
Yeah, that's
Go
for you
it.
to discover.
Dive into the Gives-verse. We give you permission.
We give you permission.
Oh my God. But yeah, thanks for vibing with us, being a little
Thank
Gizzy.
you. Thank you.
Oh
man, that is so good.
But yeah, all right. Ciao, ciao for now.
Ciao for now.